got people that have paid for rent, put deposits on, and things like that, and they're now being told, I'm sorry mate, you can't come to UCL to study because they gave out too many acceptances. Now, they have data, they have models, they have mechanisms to decide how many students they can give acceptances to, and they thought perchance there was a higher dropout rate, maybe they choose another university, maybe they didn't expect them to get the grades they did, but we had a boom this year. And the pressure to do this, the pressure generally, also comes from it being the main mechanism for them to make money. It's like, generally speaking, something like 52,000 students are at UCL. More than 50% of them are international students. They can charge them 20 to 40,000 pounds a year, whereas they are stuck with the 9,000 with the British students. The government is not giving enough grants, given the fact that there's only fees of 9,000. That's just what it is. And the grants that are giving out are in line with fees that really today are only worth around 6,000 GBP relative to the 9,000 it was a number of years back. And then if you are UCL, if you are, and generally the majority, top 100 universities, you're just underfunded, but you have extraordinarily high standards necessary to run a British university. So the mechanism is to increase the number of international students significantly, and then in so doing, you can cover your costs to a degree though, because 50% of them are already in the red, and it's going to be 72% in a couple of months, so it's still not working. So what you have is universities that are struggling financially. They produce a lot of employment in the area and extraordinarily useful in terms of a meritocracy in the communities they're in. Given that UCL has the brand name to be able to go out internationally and pull these kids in, if you're something like Manchester Metropolitan University, you don't have that capacity as much. So that produces a two-tier system, and that university is struggling, given that it's the center of a community, therefore the community struggles. Now, you could argue, okay, so the government could fix that by increasing grants, but it's kind of stuck because it has the opportunity cost of fixing the NHS or fixing roads. You can say, okay, regardless, just give it a grant and let's just hope everything will be fine, but they will need to balance the books with taxes, and if they don't, they'll see the strain in the bond market, they'll see the strain in foreign investors suggesting that they're not sure whether the government and therefore their bonds are worth the amounts and the interest rates that they have. So they're kind of stuck, they're significant.